not here choking them, and not here just go and give that unsolicited advice. It literally can save life. Okay guys, we're doing this. Lately, I felt very convicted to make this video and share 3 most common mistakes I see parents make with car seats. So this area definitely lacking guidance. They do check car seat installation in the hospital. They maybe will check how you buckled up your newborn, but what you do on daily basis, nobody teaches you that. These are not just boring rules. This is our children's safety. We really forget or don't like to think about the fact that every time we're in the car, we put ourselves in a great danger, and especially tiny humans. So, I'm a mom of 2. I have an almost 4-year-old and almost 1.5-year-old. I made some mistakes. I fixed them, and I'm definitely not perfect, and I'm not an expert. I'm just another parent sharing my experiences, because that's the thing. These 3 mistakes are so common that because we see other parents do them, we learn that it's normal. And the first most common car seat mistake is switching to forward-facing position too early. So right off the bat, the recommendation, and something you should really listen to because this is the safest option for your child, is to keep your child rear facing until at least 2 years of age, no matter how big they are, how small they are. I found that out by simply googling it one day, but then our family member, who happens to be a pediatrician, told me that we should get a car seat with extension for legs because it's better to keep them there as long as possible, rear facing, up to 4 years old ideally. So I always kept it in mind, and my first child, she is petite, and we kept her in the rear facing position up until she was over 3 years old. And I had multiple comments about that. People were surprised she was rear facing for so long. Well, first of all, she haven't reached an appropriate weight to be able to forward face for a very long time, because yes, she needed that leg extension because she is like an average height, but she is very petite, small, tiny. It took her 3 years to reach that threshold for a child to be able to safely forward face. And my friends turn their kids starting at 1 year old, which is definitely not recommended, and some of them do, you know, buy the book at 2, but I'm sure many of us just don't even check how much my child weighs. Is this safe yet? So this is the thing that usually confuses most parents, because in the manuals of car seats they usually say your child can stay rear facing for up to like 30 or 40 pounds, and then they also add like forward facing starting from 22 pounds. People don't take into consideration the age. If your child is less than 2 years old, you should do everything you can to keep them rear facing, including buying a car seat with extension for the legs. I will link ours down below. I am willing to be cramped up in that front passenger chair for as long as needed, because my second child is actually big. He is heavy, he is tall, but luckily we do have that leg extension. So tell me now, how old was your child when you switched the car seat to forward facing? Even though I'm not guilty of this one, but I'm guilty of the next mistake most parents make: using jackets in the car seats. So many parents, especially new parents, don't realize that it can be dangerous because nobody told them this, and they see other parents do the same thing, and of course they want to keep their child warm. I am guilty of this. When my first one was a baby, I did put her in the car seat in a snowsuit. Maybe I even put her there in a Halloween bumblebee costume, maybe. But then I've learned that God forbid the crash happens, all the bulky things, they compress, and the harness on your child becomes very loose, which can lead to your child fly out of the car seat. Before Halloween, I've shared on my Instagram the post from the Safe in the Seat Instagram account that I'm recommending you, and recently I got some courage and I messaged one of new moms that I met recently when she posted a story of her child, little baby, in a jacket in the car seat, because usually I don't give unsolicited advice. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna risk this one because she's a new mom and maybe she just doesn't know this, just as I didn't know that. And thankfully she responded well. She said she didn't know this and this makes so much sense now. So I'm glad that was helpful, because usually I don't say anything and I'm just thinking, well, they probably have their reasoning. But today I want to encourage you to maybe share posts on Instagram like I did for Halloween. Even if you have one parent following you on Instagram, share posts like this. They will see it, they will start thinking about it. Or straight up just go and give that unsolicited advice. It literally can save life. But what do we do in the winter? How do we keep them warm in the car? Well, there are a few ways to do it. First one being warm up the car in advance. Not always possible, especially on the days when you're solo parenting or going somewhere alone with kids. Then you can take off the jacket, have multiple tight layers of clothes on, strap them in tightly, make sure you did the pinch test. It's when you try to like pinch the harness, and if it rolls, it's not tight enough. And then get the jacket or a blanket for little babies and cover them on top. Be careful with blankets and babies, make sure you watch them so they don't get it up on their nose. But with toddlers, it's kind of easy. You can tuck them in with the jacket, or you can wear the jacket backwards, kind of make them put their arms through it, and it's gonna cover their chest. So there is that solution. I know it's more work. You have to put it back on, and it's very annoying in the winter. But again, it's important. It's safety. A quick announcement. I just launched memberships on my channel, so you can see like a join button underneath this video. If you don't see it, you can go to my channel profile and find memberships, and you can become a special member. There is a starter plan, there is a premium plan. With starter you get badges and emojis, prioritization in comments, just supporting my channel, which I would really appreciate. Premium will have also private live streams with me monthly, where we can chat, catch up, talk about anything, motherhood, parenthood. I'm so excited to get to know you better, so excited to chat with you more and get that special bond. And if you just want to support my channel, there is this thanks button you can click and donate the amount you want for this channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate each one of you. Thank you for being with me and being interested in this content. Now let's move on to the next mistake. The chest clip. The chest clip has to be exactly on the level of armpit, not here, choking them, and not here, because again, we don't think about this and we don't like to picture these things. But the reality is, in a crash, children fly out of car seats when they don't have the clip tight enough and on their armpit level. And there are a lot of other videos about car seat mistakes and car seat safety from experts here on YouTube, but I know none of us really go to search for that. So I hope that at least my subscribers can see this video in their subscription feed, click on it, learn something new, and stop making these safety mistakes. Did I miss any other common car seat mistakes? Share your observations in the comments. Make sure to click the like button, subscribe for a new video every Thursday, and I will see you in this video.